The U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission is seeking to impose new regulations to stop market manipulation. In fact, a new proposal is expected for year's end. And this past week, one of the agency's commissioners, Bart Chilton, went on the record to say that he feels there have been attempts to manipulate the silver prices. So Kitco News decided to ask a few experts here at the New Orleans Investment Conference to comment on the matter.
I think this is really entertaining. Show me a market that's not manipulated. And this, we're talking mostly now to people that invest in junior exploration companies. Talk about manipulation. I believe it's been happening, but so everything else is manipulated too. It's not that big a deal to me. And I'm glad they've been manipulating, to be honest with you. We've seen the gold price up 500%, and the silver price is just rocking. Keep it up.
Well, they're not doing a very good job of manipulating it because it's moving substantially higher. Now, obviously, the central bankers want to keep gold down because if gold and silver really take off, particularly gold, that's a monetary commodity, and it's a vote against the monetary system, the global monetary system. It's a vote against the dollar. So if gold really skyrockets, that could indicate a financial crisis. So you can see why government would want to manipulate or keep gold from going up too high.
People say, well, geez, if they're manipulating the markets, they're doing a lousy job because the price has gone up 10 years in a row. But if you look at it a different way, it's garbage thinking, because a lot of people on Wall Street will say, geez, gold hasn't been that great an investment because if it had kept pace with inflation, it would be $2,300 to $2,500 an ounce. That's commonly said. It's $1,350 an ounce. So that's what that suppression has done. Think of it as a little ball between the water. It's going like this. People talk about a bubble. It's just the reverse.
So what do you think the price should really be at for silver if the markets are manipulated?
Good question. That's been the problem. I mean, there is some gold around, but basically the bad guys, the gold cartel, had to manipulate silver to have it coincide with gold. And it was because you couldn't have silver going this way and gold here, it would make it too obvious. So they've been going at it, J.P. Morgan and other people, using derivatives in London and the United States and to manipulate the price. And if we're correct, they're caught short. I mean, Morgan right now is supposedly short 30,000 contracts. The big money's moving into silver. I would be surprised if we're not between $30 and $40 in the next few months.
Well, silver is a very, very small market. When you have two enormous traders holding such a disproportionate position in a tiny market, and those traders have access to infinite capital, those traders can push any tiny market around. It should be illegal on its face for that kind of concentration to be permitted in any market.
Well, I think that's a potentially explosive issue for the markets. It's not, and it's important to note this, that this issue, no matter what happens to it, is not a potential negative for the metals. So if it's not been factored in at all, if it's no factor at all, we're still where we are. But if it does turn out to be something that's really gets exposed, if there is an expose here, and it's positive it will be very positive for the metals.
Stay on top of the latest market information with Kitco News on kitco.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.